Hey girls, happy Thursday. So I am going to be sharing a little bit today about bouncing back after a day or two missed, and then a little bit more just about writing down your goals, writing down your why, and then what you should have filled in and done so far just so then you are prepared and feeling really excited and super confident going into Monday. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about was bouncing back. Okay, so guys, we are heading into holiday season. All right, and most of you here are not here for just a quick fix. Okay, that means that you're not here for just a 21, 30-day group and then piecing out. So because of that, it's really important that you first off let yourself know this, okay, that you're in here for a lifestyle change. And so part of that involves you reaching out to the people that you spend most of your time with and letting them know that this is something that's really important to you. And that whether or not they plan to support you openly, that this is still something that you really want to do and that you are dedicated to, and that their support means a lot. At the end of the day, though, if you don't have that, please don't use that as your excuse. You have us, you have this group, you have your accountability partner, you have Sweat Cycle, you have a lot of people here that are cheering you on. So if there are any of those doubters and haters in your life, instead of focusing your time and energy on them, put your time and energy into the people that are here to love you. Okay? So that's step one, is to announce to yourself and then to everyone around you that you are taking on a commitment and you are dedicated and you are willing to do whatever it takes to reach your goals. Now, going off of that, the next part is being okay with the fact that you are human and that not all of us have the same goals. So while we will be sharing progress photos and we will be shouting people out, remember that not everybody is in here to be bikini ready. Some of us are here simply because we need more energy. We want to be able to wake up in the morning and not feel bloated, and not feel tired, and not feel unmotivated, and uninspired, and bleh, right? Whereas other of us are trying to maybe prep for their first bikini competition, maybe run their first marathon, whatever it may be. So don't compare your journey to other people's. This is you and only you. And if there's anything that you want to do and you see somebody else doing it, or you are inspired by them, or you are looking up to them, reach out. Let them know that. Because so many of us feel that our journey is exclusive to us, and it's not. Okay? So just remember that it's important to know what your goals are, because when you see somebody else doing something differently, I don't want you to feel as though you're not doing enough, because it's their journey. So just keep that in mind. All right, so the important thing about the bounce back is you have to know what your why is. Why are you here? Why are you here? Because you could have just continued to go to a gym or doing what you were doing before. So something hadn't worked, or something was missing, or there was something about what Caitlin and I mentioned to you that caught your attention and that made you feel like, I really need this and I could do this. So I want you to write that out. I want to see 3 things on your why list of what's going to pull you back in here, what's going to help you bounce back instead of staying off track. And for me personally, it's that I show up to this every day. One of my whys is my anxiety and depression. On the days that I don't work out, I know it. I can feel it down to my soul. You know, I'm just not in the right mindset. I just don't feel good about myself. I never actually woke up that day, if that makes sense. And that's why I love to get it in. So that's one of my whys. And the other one is I want to be a fit mom. I want to be able to climb and rock and climb trees and mountains and, run around with my kids. And I want to do kickboxing classes and teach yoga. Like, I want to be able to do all of those things. So that's why I show up every day. Because I don't just get to say those things and they just happen. I have to work for them. And then, so that now you're kind of getting the idea about this, I want to see 3 things. And these are things that I want you to hold closely to you, and then I'd love for you to share them so that we can hold you to that. So we can remind you when you were caught up in the moment and you don't feel like doing something, you're tired, or you're feeling frustrated with the lack of results, possibly, which shouldn't happen if you are showing up every day and you're checking in, right? We can remind you of those and pull you back, all right? You do not fail until you quit. So falling off, missing a goal, making a mistake, that's not failing. Quitting is failing, okay? So learn to rest, get back up, and go harder, okay? So that's as far as like the whole bounce back goes. That's a huge reason why Caitlin and I are really big on you girls incorporating personal development into this lifestyle for you. To go off of that, I'd really encourage you girls to write down your goals. So this is part of your checklist, sharing those 3 goals, okay? So whether it was in the private group chat with Caitlin or you are my girl and I have privately messaged you, you have access to a challenger profile and a challenger checklist. In that checklist, there's going to be 3 lines where you can put your goals for this whole challenge, all right? So I want you to think about the program that you're doing and be realistic with your goals. So if you're somebody right now that's not following the portion system and you're not drinking Shakeology, it's unrealistic to say that you're going to lose 10 to 12 pounds following that program, because that program is designed with those containers with Shakeology. So just be realistic about those goals, then we can hold you accountable to them. Now, if you've gone all in and you are drinking Shakeology every day, go you girlfriend, and you are working out and you're reading that personal development and you're following those containers 70% of the time, you very well will lose 10 pounds in a 30-day period when you show up every day 100%. All right? So please let us see those goals. So far we have your why. We have those goals. The other things I want to talk about are just the challenger checklist and the profile. And the last thing is just to kind of touch base on so far what we talked about is accessing Beachbody on demand. So you should generally have an idea of what program it is that you're thinking you're going to start with. Guys, I'd want you to commit to a program. Okay, this isn't just, well, I'll just do this and I'll just try this and I'll just do this and I'll just try this. It's not just for the physical progress, but it's the fact that you committed to something. You said, I'm going to start on day 1. I'm going to follow this through to day 30. All right? Even if you still want to take a bar class, you want to go running, you want to go and do whatever else that you're doing outside. There's nothing wrong with doing 2 workouts a day. Okay? But number 2, you can also just do a Beachbody workout one day, run the next day. Beachbody day 2 would technically be your 3rd day because you skipped the 2nd for your run. And just kind of go about it that way. But either way, just doing a program the whole way through start to finish, that's just going to give you that sense of accomplishment, guys. That's what we want you to have. That is what keeps you coming back. That is what keeps you setting new goals, and that is what takes you to that next level of having self-discipline, that you don't need to be motivated because you're just disciplined. You do what you need to do long after the mood you said you were going to do it in. All right? So working out. So you have your workout. Let's see those calendars printed out. I want to see what you guys are doing. We're also going to be talking about accountability partners. So if you already have a partner, please tag them below in this post along with your why, along with your goals. If you do not, please tag your coach and say, I do not have an accountability partner. And then we will help you find somebody this weekend. Other than that, meal planning video was posted in Sweat Cycle. Okay, so I will attach that here. I'm also going to make a follow-up one for tomorrow night, walking you guys through and filling that in. The reason being so that you can either meal plan Friday, grocery shop, and do part of your prep on Saturday, and finish that up Sunday. Guys, you know yourselves. You're not going to meal plan, shop, and prep all on Sunday on top of doing everything else that you need to do for the week. Please take time and make the time for this. You invested in this. Blow your damn mind, okay? So that's what we have so far. I'm pretty sure that we're all caught up at that point. I saw that you guys did a really good job of your personal development, so that makes me super excited. This weekend, we're just going to wrap things up by talking more about the accountability partners, just to finalize that, a morning routine, and then how we're going to encourage you girls to keep track of your participation points so that you can win the weekly and the grand prize. So please drop below if you have any questions. In the meantime, why, goals, let's see that workout calendar, tag your partner. Ask any questions that you have about meal planning and just going into the week. Bye.